Imagine, you're in the third row of an SUV and you can't hear a single thing anyone else is saying. You hear laughter and excitement, and you're laughing too, except you just don't know what you're laughing about. You end up leaning over the seats just so you can maybe be a part of the conversation. But no matter how far you lean, you still have a barrier between you and the rest of your family. This is how I felt being the youngest of 5 kids in a blended family. Now let me ask you, have you ever felt alone in a crowd? Well, at some point in each and every one of our lives, we've either felt or will feel unsure, left out, abandoned, or even lost. No matter what age group you're in, it's something we will all experience, whether we like it or not. Fast forward years later, and I still felt the same feeling of being left out. Whether it was being the one walking in the grass while 2 others are beside me on the sidewalk, or even standing in the middle of the classroom, trying to find a partner for a group project, but seeing that everyone else had already chosen their partner. For me, these instances weren't just small feelings, but they constantly made me feel like I didn't fit in. All of these stories had a huge impact on my life, but the biggest impact of all is when I thought that I finally found a best friend that would stick by me through thick and thin, only to realize that it was a temporary friendship. When this happened, it took a toll on me like never before. I thought the feeling of abandonment would never go away. Little did I know there was something much bigger for me waiting on the other side. I spent the whole summer lonely, carrying the weight and grieving that loss. I thought that those feelings inside would never go away. According to the American Psychological Association, around 62% of people ages 16 through 25 feel left out, and 34% of people ages 50 through 80 feel isolated from others. These numbers show just how common loneliness is. One day, I had the thought of, am I seriously still sad about this? The loss of my close friend was completely affecting my everyday life, even down to the smallest of tasks. That's when I realized that things needed to change. However, it didn't happen overnight. Over time, I realized I can enjoy my own company, I can do things alone, and I can make it fun. Little by little, I started to explore. First, it started with going on walks alone. And just by doing that, I started noticing details differently than from before. Meanwhile, I've lived in the same house since birth, yet for the first time in 17 years, I noticed that a brick on a house didn't match all of the other bricks. The walk was definitely very quiet and felt a little uncomfortable at first, but I tried to enjoy it as much as I could. After that, I started running errands alone. You know, I felt like a little mom cruising down the road with my list of stops and errands, and that task was perfect for me because you can ask my mom or even my older brothers. Ever since before I could even walk, I would constantly try to take care of my older brothers and act like their mom. It was shortly thereafter that experience where there came a day that I promised to myself that I wouldn't depend on other people to make me feel happy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that relationships like friendship and family don't matter. They absolutely do. But they shouldn't be our only source of happiness. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you're not constantly depending on others to fill every gap. Another person should never determine our mood. We can choose how we want to feel. Instead of feeling sad and lonely, we can choose to feel happy and grateful. We should never fear being alone. Instead, we should embrace it. We can cherish the moments by ourselves. Hardships can always teach us lessons if we are willing to learn. Once I started enjoying my own company and doing things alone, it helped me grow immensely in having confidence. It was long after experiencing the loss of a friendship where I realized how much confidence I had truly gained. I was so used to relying on other people to make me feel happy. When I suddenly didn't have that safety net anymore, if I ever wanted to be happy again, I had to accept the fact that I needed to learn how to have fun on my own. Sometimes the quietest moments are when you hear yourself the loudest. This growth sparked my ability to face discomfort. In this chaotic world, to have fun alone isn't loneliness, it's a gift. Now, this isn't just my story, but it's something that almost every person will experience in their lifetime. There will be a time when you feel alone. It could be losing a friend like I did, experiencing the loss of a relationship, moving to a new city, or simply realizing that people you thought that would always be there for you aren't anymore. When any of these connections are taken away, it can feel like you disappear with them. And for the adults, it could be the loss of a spouse through a divorce. But no matter what season of life you're in, learning to enjoy your own company means that you will never truly lose yourself, even if you lose everyone around you. It helps you realize that you don't need validation from others. People will come and go, but you will always have yourself. So try enjoying the company of yourself and see how much you can grow through that experience. Whether it's 2 days or a week, only make plans with yourself. Find your perfect activity to enjoy your own company. At first, it may feel awkward or even uncomfortable if you're not used to it. But there could be so many possibilities waiting for you on the other side. And the best part, you will truly never feel alone again. So today, I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone.